Hey guys, okay, so I wanted to make a video, on this guide that I bought. It's an Ultimate Unofficial Pokemon Price and Players Guide. Okay, I basically got this to, figure out some Pokemon card values, because I have a huge binder of Pokemon cards, and I wanted to know what they were worth, if they were even worth anything. I mean, it's a really good book. You know, I found out that I could probably sell some of my cards for like hundreds of dollars. But there was a section in this book that I wanted to talk to you about. It's a complete guide to trading. Sorry. And I'm just gonna read like the bold titles of each paragraph. I mean, it really breaks it down. It like shows you like the types of traders before you trade and like while you're trading. It's pretty crazy. So here is what they put as types of traders. The first type of trader is they put the kid, and he tends to discover the card game through the Game Boy games or school friends. So obviously he's inexperienced, and you can probably get a lot of good cards out of him because he won't know what the heck he's doing. Okay, then there is the new player. Though more interested in the actual card game, the new player is relatively inexperienced. Whoa. So also another player that you can probably get some really good cards out of, because he won't know what kind of skills he has really. He's not really familiar with the cards. And then there's the experienced player. Most good players fall into this category. The experienced player has the know-how and understands the concept of trading, but usually lacks a huge amount of cards, mostly because he's not in it for the looks of the cards, he's in it for the actual skills, so he doesn't really need a lot of cards if he knows what's good and what's bad. Then it's the have-it-all. The name says it all. This person has most anything you could want. He or she tends to be a very experienced player who has done tons of trading and can be a bit hard-edged. So I guess that's the person you have to watch out for. He knows it all. He has everything, you know, that you'll ever want, but is very particular in what he wants to trade. Or she, you know. Okay. Now this is just before you even go to the trading tables and, you know, do all that, you have to prepare. So first, it tells you to put your cards in a binder. I mean, that makes sense. You have to put your cards in a binder, you have to have them all organized. And then they tell you to familiarize, which is just knowing which cards are rare and which cards, you know, like the first edition cards obviously are cooler, and the stages of cards as well, which ones are good, which ones are bad. And then it's prioritize, which you decide which cards you want to trade. Like, obviously you're not going to put cards you want to trade in the trading binder, because, you know, you'll probably forget about it and end up trading a card that you want. And then decide. And it says one of the most agonizing things about trading with a person is when only certain card he or she has in their binder are not for trade. So people tend to put all their cards in a binder and not think about what they want to trade. So always put in cards that you want to actually trade other people in your trading binder. It makes sense. So you should probably have 2 binders. Okay, and this is as you trade. First one made me laugh because it's just like, I don't know, it says just be nice. Just be nice when you're trading. Like, make sure, you know, you're not forcing anyone to trade their cards. You know, be polite. You know, talk to the person, ask if it's okay before you pull a card out of the binder to look at, you know. So it's being, you know, it's about respect and being nice. Love it. Then it says take your time. Trading cards is a lot like playing cards. The more you know about the other player's hand, the better position you will be in. So, you know, go over cards slowly and thoroughly, look at the cards offered, you know, so just take your time when you're trading cards, you know, don't rush into anything. You want to make sure that you're getting a really good trade. And then examine the cards carefully. There's obviously counterfeit cards out there, so you want to make sure that you are looking at your cards, comparing them with another card that you probably have. Obviously, really well-known traders know the difference between counterfeits and the real thing, so, you know, it's all about being experienced with this. And then usually let them make an offer. It's just polite, and you know, it's just what they're saying that you should do, which it makes sense. And then it says, never make a trade that isn't to your advantage. That makes obvious sense. Always make sure that you're trading for something that's fair and something that you will get, you know, a better card with. And then it says, take a break. So every now and then, you should, you know, walk away from the trading table, look at the cards that you traded, make sure that you don't have more than you wanted. Like if you wanted 2 of one card, make sure you didn't get 6 of them. And just like examine your cards, see what you got, see what you still have left to trade, and see if you want to keep any. Obviously the cards that you just got, you want to keep, so you might want to put those in a different part of your binder. That way you don't accidentally trade something, because, you know, at the trading tables it could probably get really wild. But that's basically it. And it says, you know, remember that trading is optional. You know, you don't have to do it, but it definitely could help you if you want better cards that have a lot more skill to them. And yeah, I think that's a pretty good advice there if you really want to take the time and, you know, walk through every step and really make sure. I know people don't really do this anymore, but back then I'm sure that was very helpful. And I kind of wish that, you know, I was a part of that. Obviously, I traded cards back then. Obviously, I played the games and collected and was really into it. Like every Christmas, I would ask for Pokemon cards. But I kind of wish that was still going on as much as it was a long time ago. I know there's still people that do it, but I still wish it was, you know, really big. There actually used to be like a game store that had tables set up, and you could either, you know, go there and play card games, like any sort of battling card games, and there were like trading tables as well. And like every time I would walk by there, I would always like look in, you know, see what's going on. There would always be some kid that was just like sitting at the table really patiently, you know, just waiting for like an epic card duel. And it was so cool. Like, I would love to be that person that would just wait at a table with all my cards laid out. I'm just like, I want to duel you, you know, like, it would just be so cool. But they obviously, or I should say unfortunately, they got rid of that place. But I would always look in there. There would always be like really cool card games going on. Just a whole bunch of action going on in there, and it just looks like a really, really relaxing place. And, you know, I've been to a few like LAN centers that have card tables, and they have like a whole bunch of like really cool looking card games, and like it just looked like so much fun to be a part of. I've always wanted to play card games. They looked really neat, and it's just a really cool way to get to know another person. But yeah, so there's my card trading and gaming video that I wanted to make from this lovely book that I got. And yeah, let me know what you thought of it, and I guess I'll see you guys very soon. Alright, see ya.